what you have put yourself through as a result of everything that you've gone through. So some of the formula, some of what has made you the way you are is what you've experienced. Some of what's made you what you are is what you have done to yourself, your self-dialogue, how much you let yourself think about negative things. So I'm going to get you understanding all of that, and I'm going to give you the tools to pull yourself through. I can't give you a quickie answer when it comes to overthinking, because there's a lot of things you need to do all combined together to get you through this on the other side, where you're like, you know what, I'm good. And that's where you want to get to. You want to get to the place where it's like, I'm good. So Kevin is saying, give me one reason to live. And I remember in my 20s asking myself, what's the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? Like, why are we here? What is it that we're here for? What is the purpose of being here? And a lot of people ask themselves that. What's the purpose of life? You know, at some point, who here has asked themselves at some point, say me, if you've ever done this, who here has asked themselves, what's the purpose of life? And maybe it wasn't in a painful way. Maybe it was in a philosophical way. Maybe it was in a curious way. Because it seems to me at some point, all of us have a moment where we go, what's the purpose of life? Like, it just seems like one of those big universal questions. Yeah. Very common for us to have this moment where we're like, okay, what's like, isn't that the biggest philosophical question when we talk about philosophy? Is that not the biggest one? Like, why? Right? Like, you look in the mirror and you go, why? Or what is the purpose of life? And here's the answer that I came up with that. The purpose of life is to find the purpose in your life. The purpose of life is to find your own purpose. That is the purpose. That is the purpose. It's to, just for yourself, not for anybody else, but just for yourself, feel purposeful. And the best way to do that is to find out what you're good at. And we've been distracted from what we're good at, because we went to school and they said, you know what? Here's your report card. Now, you're good in this subject, so don't worry about it. But you're not good in these other subjects. So here's what you got to do. You got to buckle down. You got to spend more time, more focus, think harder. You have to devote yourself to something you're not good at to get good at it, so that this report card gets better next time. I mean, yeah, you got an A or a B in that. That doesn't matter. What matters is the D's and the E's and the F's. You know, you got to change that. And so we've been distracted from what we're good at by an educational system that said, fuck that. Focus at what you're shitty at. And so you forgot what your purpose was. You forgot why you were here. You forgot what you were good at. And that sucks. But you know what that does? It makes you a fucking little marching ant. It makes you a drone. It makes you compliant. It makes you okay with being stepped on. It makes you okay with people saying, yeah, you're shitty. Get better. Instead of people saying, oh, you're so good at this. Oh, I'm excited at your talent. Ooh, how are we going to develop that more? How are we going to grow that? How are we going to make you come alive with this thing that you're just so naturally good at? How are we going to put you out into the world and have you recognized for your talent so that people come up to you and go, you are fucking amazing. Here's some money because I need some of what you got. I think the reason for being here is to find out why you're here. That's why you're here. You're here to find out why you're here. And then you're here to spread that shit all over the place. That's why you're here. That's your reason for living, is to figure out why you're here so that you can spread it like peanut butter on toast and make other people's life better. In a small way or a big way, doesn't matter, right? You might be really good at nailing a nail through a piece of wood, but in some way that's going to make someone's life better. And that's what matters. That's what counts. and they'll give you $10 for it, and that's what matters, and that's what counts. What do you think about couples having threesomes if it makes them happy? If that's the key here, you just said it. If it makes them happy, why is there anything wrong with that? If everybody's happy, why is there anything wrong with that? You are so welcome. It is my pleasure. It really is. It really is. Do you think schools can do better at teaching you skills? Yes. Here's what I think schools need to do. Schools need to have you meditating every day. Every day when you go to school at 9:30 a.m., everybody meditates. The kindergartners, they do it for 30 seconds to a minute. The grade 2s, they do it for 2 minutes. The grade 4s, they do it for 10 minutes. The grade 9s, they do it for 20 minutes. And I think that when they look at that report card, and they see what you're not good at, and they look at what you are good at, they go, okay, let me funnel you towards your talent instead of forcing you to focus more on what your talent isn't. Yes, it is my purpose to help you. Tell me, I'm a kindergarten teacher. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm here because you were on my For You page for TikTok lives, but don't worry, I'm learning lots. I love it. Good, good, good. What do you think about clubs and parties without your significant other? I went to so many clubs and parties without my man. And the funny thing was, people would be like, people would say, oh, like a guy would hit on me. And I'd say, no, I'm like, dude, like, can't you see? Anyway, these are not deterrents. So not deterrents. Don't think making your man wear a wedding ring is going to be a deterrent. It is not. So a guy would come up and hit on me, and I'd say, no, I'm married. And he'd go, oh, where's your man? And I'm like, he's working. Because he's working. And they go, he lets you go out without him? And I'm like, there's no let in our relationship. There's no let. We don't have the word let. What do I do if my boyfriend exes tells me things he used to call me? And why is she being a little bee? My ex threatens to kill himself, texts me and TikToks, texts me every day. Can you help? You need to block, my love. I can't do it. You need to do it. You need to block. You need to block. And if he's circumventing, like screenshot everything, save everything, because you may ultimately need to file a restraining order. So save everything, screenshot everything. Basically, get 2 devices. We all have 2 devices in our home. Record yourself calling him. So you hear the voicemail. So here I'm tape recording right now, and I got the phone, right? I'm going to call. You hear the voicemail. You leave a voicemail. You say, I am letting you know that you may not contact me anymore. If you contact me one more time, I will go to the police station and I will file a restraining order. This is your official notification. Goodbye. This is Chantal Heide. You can't say, I don't know who left me that. No, you leave your name too. Yes. Advice for someone who went through a breakup, met a great new person, but is still healing. It takes time. It's okay. It's okay for time to heal. Thank you. Boyfriend says he's not sure if he sees a future with her and doesn't have goals for them. Okay, her boyfriend says he's not sure if he sees a future with her and doesn't have goals. So she needs to break up, right? It's obvious. Absolutely obvious that she needs to break up with him. I love you back. What rules do you have on getting back with exes? Don't do it without defining your next relationship. Make sure that your definition of your next relationship is a level up. If you need help with that, get a coaching session with me. So don't get back with them unless you've redefined your next relationship, and make sure you've read Fix That Shit so that you understand how to relationship better. Don't get back with an old romantic partner that you've broken up with because there were too many issues without understanding how you are no longer going to have those issues. Advice on what to do when your boyfriend goes overseas for 2 weeks. I'll miss him. Keep yourself busy, my love. What's your purpose? What's your passion? Keep yourself busy. Keep yourself busy. What would you do if your girlfriend went away for 2 weeks? Like your girl best friend, what would you do? How do I approach my significant other about being stubbornly negative? Let him be him. Right? Let him be him. You know? Let him be him. Guys, get in a relationship with somebody that you can take the 3 sides, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? And my husband is a pessimist, like to the 9th degree pessimist. I let him be him, and I'm just positive, glowing me, spreading my pixie dust all over the place. Just saw you for the first time on my For You page, Tony. What video did you see? What video did you see? Guys, give me a second. Something's bugging me. Don't believe it, just watch. Okay, I'm back. Do you do couples relationship therapy? I call it coaching though, because I don't have the letters after my name. Do you do family and friends too? Yes. That opened doors, yes. So I am a coach. I dropped out of university because I did not want to give them all my time and my money and hold myself back. One thing you need to understand, it's about men saying if you want. Yes, I did a lot on those. Yay, so glad this came up on my For You page. Needed this good stuff. Did I just do that again? Did I just lose my train of thought? Oh, guys, what was I saying? I know it was good. Couples. Oh, university, school. Okay. So make no mistake, school is designed to hold you back. It is a delay of income, right? It's like the workforce is filling up, right? You guys know it's harder and harder to get a job because, boomers are now retiring, but they were still filling up the workforce up until recently. And so the workforce was full. And so it was like, first you finished elementary school and you went to work, and then you finished high school and you went to work, and now you got to go to university and then you go to work. And so basically it's a delay of income and it puts you in debt. And it's not like education isn't free. I can go and find peer-reviewed studies on the internet. I can order textbooks on the internet. I don't need to give an institution so much money and so much of my time and spend 5 times on the same piece of information. When I say 5 times, I mean go learn it in class, study it 1, 2, 3 times so I remember it when I take the test. 5 times on the same piece of information. So it slows you down. And so that's why I dropped out, because the question that I ended up asking myself, because initially when I went to university, it was because I wanted to go become a counselor. I wanted to become a therapist. I wanted to get those letters so that I could go work in an organization and sit in an office and help people. And then I asked myself, do I want to do it that way? Because my first husband, after we divorced, his now wife, is a child psychologist. She was actually just finishing up her PhD when him and her started dating. And because him and I were still friends, I spent some time with her and I did some digging into her experiences and into her mind. She said if I had to, I would never do it again. For one thing, getting her PhD. And then I talked to her about how she practiced, because after university, she got a job at a school being a child psychologist. And it just, she said, you're not supposed to share your story. you're supposed to let them figure it out on their own. This is the training she had. Don't share your story, and you just have to let them work it out and figure it out, because quote unquote it's more powerful if they come up with it on their own. And I'm a Dr. Phil. If you've ever watched Dr. Phil, it's in 1 hour we're having the conversation. You're telling me what's wrong. You're having the realization. I'm sending you home with tools. And that's the way I want to be. That I've always been that way. I've always been that way. You're gonna come tell me what's wrong, because my friends have been doing that for over 20 years. Before I even started doing this, I've had people coming to me for over 20 years, calling me up in a state, and within 10 minutes, they're like, I feel so soothed, I feel so much better. So I asked myself, do I want to go work for an organization? I don't, because I want to do it my way. I want to do it my way. I want to share my story, and I want to tell people what to do, because that seems to be working so far, me telling people what to do, because then they do what I tell them to do. The ones who do have results. So I decided I didn't need the letters after my name, because I wasn't going to go work for anybody but myself. So I bought the textbooks, I did the research, I wrote my books, and here we are. Finally purchased your book, Fix That Shit. I'm so excited to get to read it. I'm excited for you. I love it. I have a cousin, we talk, but our families don't. I'm finding a relationship is toxic. Okay. And then stress out over one big exam. Boy, did I ever. Yeah, because I'm a nerd. I'm a serious nerd, you guys. So, if I take a test, like, I need to get a high score. Yes, you said that. Totally understand. Thank you. I cannot make a noise that makes me laugh. I do couples coaching. But here's the beauty about my couples coaching. Noise that makes me laugh. I do couples coaching. But here's the beauty about my couples coaching. Both of you can show up. No problem. I have no problem with that. But let's say you want your relationship to be better, and your partner wants the relationship to be better but doesn't believe in therapy, doesn't want to show up for a session, is too busy to show up for a session, or they can but not for a few weeks because of their schedule, and you want to get things rolling now. I just need one person to make a relationship better. If I have one person who's willing to listen to me and take the advice that I give, whether it's delivering a script to their partner, like saying something that they need to say, and I'll tell them exactly how to say it, or doing some self-work, which most of the coaching that I do, like, if I need to give you a script, I'll give you a script, but you're also going to be doing some work on yourself, because your self-love needs to elevate regardless of what's going on. So yeah, if you want your relationship to be better, I just need one of you to show up. How do I heal? He lied about the breakup being to improve himself. How do I let go of anger and stop caring? No, go into anger. Like, honestly, go into anger. Use fuck you until you have moved past the anger. Don't suppress the anger. Go through it like a freight train. So go for walks and think about what it is that he did. And this is what I want you to say powerfully inside of you. Fuck you. But like in anger, you did that. Fuck you. Keep bring up one thing after another. Fuck you. Fuck you. And then go home and meditate. I really enjoy this. I never feel better after hanging out with her. Maybe you're not with the right person. How would I handle seeing an ex at the same institution we work at when we're healing from the breakup? Guys, let me just be clear here. Never, ever, ever date somebody you work with, because that's called pooping. Pooping where you work. You are literally pooping where you work. So yeah, now you're dealing with the poop. So how do I handle seeing an ex at the same institution we work at when I'm healing from the breakup? Meditation. Read Comeback Queen as well. How did you get to this level of confidence? Oh, it took some time, took lots of work. So when I was 14, I took 2 modeling classes. One was at our community college, and another one was done by a girl who was a model in her 20s. And so I learned to carry myself by taking those classes, because honestly, I did not know how to manage this body. Like, I carry myself by taking those classes, because honestly, I did not know how to manage this body. Like, I like 14, I was in grade 8, right? Uh, 13, 14. So that would be grade 9 when I took those classes. In grade 8, somebody said to me, you walk like a horse. And I literally was walking like a horse, because when I was in grade 4 and 5, when I was walking to school, I would pretend that I was riding a horse. And so my legs were the horse's legs, and I would like high step with the knees. And I guess I didn't stop doing that, but I hadn't noticed. And then somebody said, you walk like a horse. And I was like, oh, I literally don't know how to move. So I took those classes to like really teach myself how to carry myself properly and how to elevate my self-esteem. Because here's something that I said to myself, because when I was 13, when I was in grade 8, I did not have a single friend, not one single friend. Because when you were in grade 8 and you enter high school, your friendship circle is based on hierarchy. And guess who was at the very bottom of that high school rung? Good old me. I would get to school, I would sit in the library until the bell rang to go to the first class. At the break, I would go to the library. At lunch, I would sit outside the library and eat my lunch until it opened at 12:15, and then I'd go sit in the library for the rest of my lunch. And so that was grade 8 for me. And, you know, come grade 9, I was like, I don't want my life to be this. And so I took those modeling classes to build myself up. 38 now. So yeah, and I just threw myself into social situations to push myself outside my box. Like, I joined the volleyball team, not because I was good at volleyball, but to like get myself out there. I joined Air Cadets, not because I had any ambition to join the military or be a pilot, but to get myself out there. So I just was very aware of my deficits, and I'd be like, okay, I don't want that. And so I would push myself to change it. Thank you. How do you teach your partner your love language and accept that theirs may be different? So take it together, because it really highlights what the love languages are when you guys take the test at the same time. He sees your result, you see his result. And so that is really super helpful, because it makes it tangible to them. Yeah, I did get ads. And then, you know, you can, like, when they see your results, you can point out, you know, hey, like, oh, this is not cool. Like, on words of affirmation, do you know what would actually really make me feel loved is when you compliment me, but like on something that's about my character. Or if you told me like I was important to you, those kinds of things, those would be like really super meaningful. Hello, love. Hello, Mad Money. Like really super meaningful. Hello, love. Hello, Mad Money. Why, thank you. Thank you. Like really super meaningful. Hello, love. Hello. Why, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are sweet. And then with my husband, like my love language is words of affirmation. My husband is acts of service, which I learned because we did that test. And so then what I started doing is I would ask myself, what has he done for me lately, to tell myself he loved me in those moments where I felt a little bit empty. And then I'd look at what he was doing and go, oh, there it is. There's the signs of love. If I got heartbroken, how can I trust girls again? So it's not so much about trusting girls, it's about trusting yourself. Because one thing that we can never, ever, ever, ever control is how variable people are. People are variables, and you might meet somebody and spend 2, 3, 4, 20 years with them, and then they do something that just goes, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. That's a motherfucking variable. And, you know, it will shake your world. But at the end of the day, you need to trust yourself. How am I going to be able to deal with this? Because listen, did we anticipate COVID? Did we anticipate a global pandemic? No, we didn't. There's so many things that we cannot anticipate that are going to happen. And you need to trust yourself to be able to ride these situations. So I always say life begins when you ask the right question. The right question isn't how am I going to trust girls again? The right question is how am I going to build myself up so that no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And I made a TikTok about this, the one where I talked about my husband going out and having coffee with somebody. And I said, yeah, I had a jealous reaction. But then I went into my logical mind. That jealous reaction was my biological body. We are three parts: your biological body, your logical mind, your spiritual connections. So my biological body had a reaction, and I went, okay, I feel that. But what does my logical mind say? And my logical mind says, my partner has always been trustworthy, even when he didn't need to be. He's always been devoted, even when he didn't need to be. He has strong integrity. And you know what? I'm number 3 of all, like, total, ever, because he is such an intimate person when it comes to himself. I trust him. I'm okay. I have a trustworthy partner. And then the next thought after that is people are variables. Maybe. And then the next thought after that is people are variables. Maybe he would fuck around on me someday. Maybe he would. And then the next thought after that is people are variables. Maybe he would fuck around on me someday. Maybe he would. I can't guarantee 100% because we're not here to control people. And people are going to do what they're going to do. And sometimes you can't anticipate what people are going to do. So what if he did? What if he shook my world? Then what? Well, I'm okay. I'm okay because I'm okay. I'm okay because I understand that I can ride this out. And I will do better. And I will always do better. I will always do better. When my husband and I fought for 10 years, there was a couple moments where and I was a stripper back then. He'd say, what are you going to do if we break up? Nobody's going to want to be with you. You're a stripper. And I said, you are wrong. You are wrong. I guarantee if we break up, I will do better than you because I never go backwards. I always learn from my experience and I level up. Do you think it's bad that I think all girls are the same? Yes. Yeah, because not everybody is the same. And if anybody knows that, it's a fucking social scientist. So we speak in generalities, yes, because there are generalities in nature, but there are also variables in nature. So not everybody is the same. We have, across the board, some similarities, generally speaking, but there are always exceptions to the rule. And when I'm teaching women how to find a partner, I'm like, you are looking for the diamond in the rough. And here's the thing, ladies, when we all level up our requirements, the male species will level up their behavior. I guarantee. We have so many selfish short-term thinkers because there are so many girls willing to get with selfish short-term thinkers. So when that tide turns, when girls are no longer getting with selfish short-term thinkers and saying, if you want this, you need to be a generous long-term thinker. And until you are, you don't get this. We will have a world full of generous long-term thinkers. So many girls on his Instagram and Snap that says their friends feel insecure and crazy. Who has that many friends? Who has that many friends? Is he making new friends every week? Yeah, everything is possible. How to stop letting past trauma affect a current positive relationship. Come take my No More Insecurity course. It's a deep dive into the human condition, into human emotions, into increasing your sense of security, your sense of self-worth, your confidence, your ability to properly assess yourself and the world and your partner. Not all breaks are bad. Advice when your partner is really into their work. Great. Great. How come you're not really into your work? That's the question, right? Work ethic is amazing. Work ethic is passion. Work ethic is powerful. Work ethic is creating something. So get busy, girl. Get into your work. Absolutely. Your work, your purpose is your cake, and your boyfriend, your relationships are the icing on your cake. But when we were cavemen and cavewomen, our relationships did not preoccupy us. Survival preoccupied us, and that is how we're built. This is why when your partner is your main source of preoccupation, this is why you feel negative, because that's not how it should be. Your drive, that thing that you're really good at. When we lived in a tribe, when we were cavemen and cavewomen, the good hunters were good hunters. The healers were healers, right? The ones who were good at raising the babies were the ones who raised the babies. We worked with our strengths. So what is your strength? Get into your strength. Grow your strength into something that lights you up inside. The work he does affects our quality time, and he's been flaking a lot on plans. So here's, my husband is very much into his work. He owns his own business. I say to my husband, I'm going to. And he understands when I say I'm going to, it means you may accompany me if you wish, but it is not a requirement. And so if you don't want your man to flake out on plans, then 90% of the time, anticipate he's not going to go with you. Plan your life according to you. What do you want? Don't plan it on how you want your life to wrap around him or how he wants his life to wrap around you. How do you want to live your life? Who do you want to go see? Where do you want to go? And you plan on you doing that regardless of whether or not he goes. And have the door open. I'm going to go do this. If you want to come, you're always welcome to. Now, about 3 times a year, I say to my husband, we are going to. That means shuffle what you need to shuffle, but you are coming with me to this. So if you want to have the rewards that come with being with a hardworking man, and the rewards are a more comfortable lifestyle, a more beautiful home to retire in, an early retirement maybe. If you want those rewards, you sacrifice 1 marshmallow today for 2 marshmallows tomorrow. You be understanding of his process of getting to where he wants to go, which is requiring a lot of time and focus and energy, while this physical body is younger and can do that and sustain it. And that's what he's doing. He's asking himself, where do I want to be when I'm 65? Do I want to be looking at another 15 years of work? Or do I want to be winding my shit down? That's what he's asking himself. And he's going, you know what? I'm going to work hard today so that I can wind my shit down at 60. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What thoughts on waiting until marriage? If that's what you want to do and you find a partner who's on the same page, why do I have a problem with that? Whatever happens between consenting adults is never an issue with me. Never, never, never. Where can I take that insecurity course? Yes, so anybody who wants to deal, get through, and when I say through, I mean oh fuck, I hate this, work through so that you come to the other side and go, I barely remember feeling like that. I feel so good now, I feel so confident, I feel so secure, I feel so happy that being there is now a memory. If this is something that you want, go to my bio, click on the link tree. There's a button that says no more insecurity, sign up, add your name. Somebody found it. Add your name to the wait list. I'm going to be opening up registration again in a few weeks. I'm taking 20 people. I'm doing this class live again. I said I was going to turn it into an e-course. I can't. I just not yet. I still love teaching it. I really do. I'm making it bigger. I'm making it better again. It is a deeper dive than it's ever been. Come take this course. If you want to work through those feelings, come take this course. This has all been super helpful. Glad you landed on my For You page. I'm here for the helpfulness. I'm here for the goodness. I'm heartbroken after breaking up with my abusive fiance. Get Comeback Queen. Get Comeback Queen, my love. That's the book that helps you through those emotions. Do you coach other aspiring coaches? Yes, I do. I do. How do you become such a good coach? You have to be passionate. Very passionate about social sciences, sociology, psychology, anthropology, biology. You have to be passionate about fixing yourself. What makes me really good at what I do is not only the knowledge base that I have, but the experience that I have as well. My number one rule in any relationship is it's not fair to ask for anything you're not willing to do first. This is a relationship. I'm not going to ask you to do anything I haven't done myself. So my experience means I understand, I can empathize, and I can walk you through the process. And I understand what you're going to go through as you go through the process. Can you share your story with us? Old job, ex-husband, how did you maintain positive? Listen, I've had my downtimes, guys. Like when I was in my late 30s, I hit like fucking, oh, it was bad. It was really bad. It was really bad. Like grief from my sister passing away when I was 17 and she was 21 came back full force. I became my husband and I have been fighting for years and years. Our relationship was just horrible. How can I join the No More Insecurity course? Go to my bio, click on the link tree, or coaching. I don't know how you guys always have to like complete a thought in that one little box because I don't know, you lose me. Oh, look, we got a troll, guys. Yes. Goodbye. God, I mean, I will be writing a memoir, believe it or not, because I have to. I already have the cover art. Yeah, I can't do a quickie on my story. I can't, because there's just kind of too much. There's too much. I can't even imagine the size my memoir is going to be. I have the title, I have the cover art. So many books to write. How long did you wait for the ring? It was 5.5, almost 6 years. We had broken up. He'd broken up with me, and it was like our third or fourth breakup. And for me, it was the last one. I just didn't have it in me to fight for us anymore, and I got to work getting over him. And I had to find my next relationship, and then he wanted to get back with me, and I said, no, I'm sorry, but I've defined my next relationship, and this is no longer what I want. I'm not going back to this. And so he basically proposed, because what was on my definition of my next relationship was marriage. And he said, okay, I want to marry you. I can't wait for your memoir. Yeah, it's gonna be juicy. Yeah, he said, I want to marry you. And I had some questions, including how much do you propose to spend on an engagement ring? I did ask that. I fully asked that. And my friend had recently gotten engaged. Her fiance had paid $5,000 for the engagement ring. I thought that was a reasonable price for an engagement ring. So he said $5,000. I was like, you got the number, motherfucker. Okay. And then I said, I don't want to wait forever to get married, and I want the honeymoon to be immediately after the wedding day. So when do you think you could take a week off work to go on a honeymoon? And so this was like about September, and he said probably the beginning of January. So it was a very short engagement. How did you, how did I level up my standards, I think is what you're asking. So what I did is I thought about, have I changed my mind about anything, right? Because when I got into that relationship, there was like, you know, in your course, to get in my course, how can I stop saying that? What? Okay, so I asked myself, have I changed my mind about anything? Because when I got into the relationship with him, I said, I don't want to get married, but I want symbolism. Over the course of time, I changed my mind. I now wanted marriage, full on marriage, the whole thing, legal and all. So that was on my list. You know, it was hard for me to come in 5th place because work, his 2 kids, his baby mama, and then me. And it was very difficult. And so I said to myself, I don't want to be in a relationship and watch my man treat another woman better than me, which he had to because she was baby mama. But that was hard, and I just didn't want to go through that again. So I told myself I'm not going to do this again. So that was on my list. You know, I'd even said to myself, I maybe don't even want to date somebody who has kids and a baby mama, because I just don't want to go through that experience again. It'd really been like a ringer for me. So yeah, I very much leveled up. And if he wanted to be with me, there was a lot of things that needed to change. And I wasn't backing down from any of them, because I didn't want to go into that relationship to get back with him and be resentful. So yeah. How do you deal with someone single and want somebody to love them? I don't understand that. Is going on Bubble and talking to someone after a breakup a betray of ex and I get back together? Not one bit, because you're not together. So I kind of deal with this a lot. You know, you guys break up, like go on a break. A break is a breakup. A break is a breakup. Because nobody has the right to say to somebody, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. So if he says I need space, we need to go on a break because I can't do this anymore. He's not allowed to say, but you're not allowed to be with anybody else. I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. And if you are with anybody else and you get back together with them, they don't get to throw it in your face. And if they do, you will say to him, not okay. You don't get to say to me, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. And if you can't handle the fact that when we were not together and not beholden to each other, that I was with someone else, that's a you problem and not a me problem. And if you can't find a way to deal with it without vomiting on me, this is not the relationship for me. It's the same thing. If they get with someone else, you need to understand what's bothering you. It's your ego. They were not with you. You don't get to say to them, we're not together, but you're not allowed to be with anybody else. The part of you that doesn't like that is your ego. So even though they called it off, the part of you that doesn't like it is your ego. If you want to be in a relationship and have it be functional, ego needs to go out the door. It needs to go out the door. The reason why my husband and I stopped fighting is because I stopped vomiting my ego into the relationship. I stopped telling myself I owned him. I stopped telling myself I wasn't responsible for my own behaviors, my own emotions, my own thoughts. And I started taking responsibility for myself. So if you need to, so that's called jealousy, right? If you need to overcome jealousy, come take my No More Insecurity course. They did not cheat because you were not together, right? When you are not together, when you are not in a relationship, you need to, here's the thing, if you are not in a relationship, are you allowed to do what you want to do? You. When you are not in a relationship, are you allowed to do what you want to do? Are you allowed to see who you want to see? Why aren't they? It's your ego that wants to deny that. Is the provide in 3 Ps only referring to financially? No. No, it's not. No. Protect, profess, provide. It's not just that. It's not just financially, but here's what provide comes from. Provide means I will go out, I will hunt, I will bring the food back, I will share it with you. So back then it was food, now it's money, because now we go work, we get the money, we buy the food, we share it. Can therapy repair emotional abuse? If you are willing to do the work. If you're willing to do the work, right? So I don't do, like, listen, if you want to buy a session and just do talk therapy, you can do all the talk therapy you want, but I am a coach. And so that means that typically in a session, you will tell me what is bothering you. I will help you understand it, and I will give you the homework you need to do to start going through the process of healing your body and your mind and your emotions. If you guys do want to get a one-on-one coaching session, what you do is you go to my bio. There's a button that says one-on-one. You click on that. It takes you to a page that has instructions on how to book a coaching session. He said he couldn't be with someone because he loved me too much and was upset that I was with someone. That's not your responsibility, though. That is not your responsibility, right? That's not your responsibility. You were not in a relationship with him. He does not own your body. And if his ego doesn't like that you're with someone else, that's a him problem to solve. And if he can't solve it without vomiting on you, then you need to distance yourself from him, because you don't need to feel bad about having agency over yourself and practicing your personal freedom. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, you guys. Is it emotional abuse when my girlfriend says I'm gay for having sex? Oh boy. Oh, look at that. We got a troll again. I love this block button because it just means that there's never going to come back. Goodbye. My mother's a narcissist. How do I start healing from all the trauma? So that's not a quickie answer. I would suggest you get coaching. You're welcome. Is the link what is on the, so the one-on-one is for the coaching. Why is it that when you break up and see with someone else, it hurts so much? Because your ego doesn't like it. I'm so happy that you showed up on my TikTok. Yay, looking forward to buying Fix That Shit. Good, good, good. Which of your books explain how to communicate and grow together in a relationship? Fix That Shit. Fix That Shit. So my sessions, my one-on-one sessions, you can choose if you want a voice call. So it's a call, it's a conversation, or a video call. So both take place over Zoom. It's just you're going to choose if you want the voice format or the video format. So when your boyfriend gets drunk, he makes mean jokes at your expense. So dump him. Right? It's, you know, like apparently you keep having this conversation because you say he keeps saying he's going to change, but he never does, which means it keeps happening. So you have a pattern. If you stay in this relationship, just be clear, just to be absolutely 100% clear. You are always choosing your environment. If somebody exhibits a pattern and you stay, you are choosing to stay for the same behavior. You are always responsible for your behavior and your environment. It is your responsibility. So if somebody exhibits a pattern and you're like, I keep asking him to change, but he doesn't, that's not his fault that you are going through this. It is yours because you are staying. I do private couples coaching, yes. If you're in a relationship and your partner doesn't want to come, I can still help your relationship. Why does one refuse to take accountability for their actions and pass along the blame to their partner? Because that's the easier thing to do than facing yourself and facing the truth. The truth actually does hurt. It is painful to face the truth. what we don't understand, like, it is painful. Like, the truth does hurt. We are creatures designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. And so when we feel that pain, we're like, how can I not feel it? And so we tell ourselves, and we've been conditioned to look outside of ourselves for an interior solution. So I feel uncomfortable. What can change outside of me so that I feel better on the inside? This is every single car commercial you see. This is every single toothpaste commercial you see. Every solution you have been spoon-fed has been on the outside of you. And so, first of all, you haven't been taught to go inside and fix yourself. Second of all, it feels painful to face the truth, and so you push away looking for an external source. So this is where the blaming takes place. Now, what we don't understand, because we've never been taught, is there's a different way of doing this. We can say, ooh, that hurt. What was the truth inside of what just hurt? Okay, I've isolated the truth. And then the next question is, what do I need to do to ensure this truth is no longer true? Meaning, when you hear that, it will no longer hurt you because it's no longer a truth that hurts. So then you get to work leveling yourself up. And this is how you become a better human being. I became a better human being when I started doing that within myself. So if you want to stop blaming people, then what you need to do is, when somebody says something that hurts you, you need to ask yourself, what is the truth in that statement? And then get to the bottom of it and then start working through it. I'm in a happy, healthy, loving relationship but don't have any desire to marry. Is that a concern? Not if your partner is okay with it as well. If your partner wants to get married and you don't want to get married, then, and you're like some people are indifferent, okay, like, I don't care if I get married or not, but you want to get married, I want to be with you forever, fine, I'll do it, right? That's indifference. Some people do not want to get married. Like, it is a fundamental value. They have their reasons, and it's just like ex-nay. If that is a fundamental value and you're with somebody who has marriage as a fundamental value, now you have a misalignment of fundamental values. And now that's a problem, because somebody will sacrifice and somebody will feel disappointed. If your toxic ex keeps coming back, you need to go to the authorities if they won't leave you alone. How do you feel better about feelings of cheating? So your partner does need to meet you halfway in this process, right? So if I found out my husband cheated, my first thing to say is, we're done. Because that's not what I got into this relationship for. I did not get into a relationship with a cheater. I got into a relationship with somebody who's willing to share monogamy with me. And that was a contract, and you broke the contract, and now the relationship contract is null and void. If you want to have a new relationship with me, we need to rewrite the contract. But let's just be clear, the trust that you had in the first contract is not in the second contract. You need to earn that. So what will you do to earn my trust? And so that's a list of requirements. What do I need from you so that my imagination doesn't run off on me? So there's that part of it. And then the other part of it is you dealing with your emotions. If they're doing their half to ease your imagination, what are you doing to calm your own emotions? And that would be my No More Insecurity course, or getting into Fix That Shit, or getting coaching sessions, or some form of help to make sure that you go through your feelings. I'm on my second husband. I had to start a marriage, and now I'm on I think I'm gonna keep this one. I like this one. It's not true that high school relationships don't last. There's nothing that says that high school relationships don't last. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. And anybody who's saying, oh, you guys met in high school? Oh, that never lasts. Say, for you, it didn't. That's what you say. For you. I have missed these wisdom nuggets. How do you feel about your partners liking girls' IG pictures? You know what? I'm very happy that my husband is not on social media. He is too busy working to be sitting on Instagram going through pictures and liking pictures. I love that. Love that. Yeah, if you're both indifferent, then you're very well matched. When you and your husband broke up, how long did it take for you to get back together? It was probably about 4 months, like 3-4 months. I was very resistant. So we spent a few months like apart. And then we started talking a little bit, and then he tried to win me back, and I was like, no. I'm not going backward, I'm sorry. I'm a senior. Me and my boyfriend are going our separate ways. What do I do? Grab no more assholes, my love. Education. Education is a wonderful thing. Grab no more assholes and become educated on how you should be getting into your next relationship. What book do you recommend for someone who hasn't dated for several years? No more assholes. No more assholes. I don't want to wait for my ex, but I wouldn't rule out giving him a chance in future. Yeah, but just do it smartly, right? Be very, very smart about it is all. Be very smart about it. Guys, who wants to know how to get a notification when I go live? Say me. To know how to get a notification when I go live? Say me. Say me. Who wants to get a notification when I go live? Guys, I'm about to hit 400,000 followers. I am 88 people away from 400,000 followers. Me, we got some me's, me. Okay, so for those of you who want to get a notification when I go live, you're going to press my picture until you see a pop-up come up the bottom. In the bottom corner of the pop-up, you see a bell. Click on the bell. When you guys do that, say, I just did. Do you think men always cheat after 40 years? No, I don't. We got a bell. A boyfriend and I only see each other 2 times a week and live 5 minutes away. He said, too much time together is toxic. And what is he doing otherwise? I look like the mom. I look like the mom from Life with the Derek. By the way, is she nice? I've never seen that show. Love it. Playing video games. Break up with him, my love. Break up with him. And not only is he negligent, not only is he kind of douchey, but he doesn't even have work ethic. What are you doing? That's a guy, not a man. Nuh-uh. Goodbye. How do you balance too much talking and not talking enough? Is talking 24/7 bad? So you should have your purpose occupying your time. Your partner should have their purpose occupying their time. You guys should be the icing on each other's cake and not be codependent. 24/7 is codependent. You know who is together 24/7? A mother with a baby suckling at her breast. Those are the humans that are together 24/7. How long should couples with prior wait? I would wait a full year before moving in together. When I tell you how I break up with him, honey, yes. Yeah. What do you think is the most important key to making a long distance relationship last? Making sure you don't fight. You're welcome, my love. So I don't understand why video games is a deal breaker. It's not the video games. You know, listen, my husband would work. He would go to work at like 8:30 in the morning. He would come home at 11:30 at night from work. That was the length of the work day he did. and he would play video games for an hour to wind himself down. There's nothing wrong with video games to wind yourself down. If playing video games is your source of income, nothing wrong with that. That's called a job. But if your video games is what is occupying your day instead of work, and it is not giving you an income, you're a selfish short-term thinker. Because a selfish short-term thinker isn't thinking about how am I going to plan for the future. It's I feel like playing video games right now for 6 hours and that's what I'm going to do. So a woman should not be with somebody who is not in the process of planning a life to share with somebody that he wants to share his life with. Oh, is the light jumping around? I did turn the Wi-Fi off on my laptop. I like your advice so much. Keep up the good work. So glad I saw you on my For You page. Yay! What can you do if your significant other has personal problems and takes a break for decisions? That's okay. Like, it's okay to take time to think about things, but does it mean like whenever he wants to make a decision, he breaks up with you? Just, make it clear. Like, listen, if you want to do this in and out thing, if that's what you want to do, if that's how you want to relationship, I'm not here to change you. I'm not telling you what to do. You're free to do what you want. But I need to make it clear that when we are not in a relationship, I'm not waiting for you. And so you do run the risk of losing me when we are not together, because I'm not attaching myself and being in a relationship with somebody who's not in a relationship with me. Yeah, that's all he does. Yes, absolutely. We're on the same page. Yes. My partner is lovely but has a strained relationship with his ex-wife and kids, and I don't know why. Sometimes it's her, right? Sometimes it's her. Like, my husband bent over backwards to have a civil enough relationship with his ex, so that she, because listen, she's a primary caregiver for the kids, right? Because he's working 14-hour days. Because listen, she's a primary caregiver for the kids, right? Because he's working 14-hour days to not only, because listen, she's a primary caregiver for the kids, to not only pay for his living expenses, but hers too, and the kids. So that's 2 houses, 2 cars, 2 sets of bills, 2 sets of groceries. He was shouldering all of it. And the color for her hair, right? He was shouldering it all. And so she was the primary caregiver for the children, and he bent over backwards to make sure she stayed happy, because the happiness of the mama trickles down to the children, and his priority was his children. Oh, he needs a day or 2 to think about big family problems or something. Totally normal, absolutely fine. Just here's what you do, right? He's going to retreat. You are going to stay steady. You're not going to be affected by it. You're not going to attach your emotional roller coaster to his ride. You're not going to be offended by it, so that when he comes back from the retreat, you are the same person he left when he retreated. This is what creates emotional security. I feel safe being myself and going through my process, because doing so does not have a negative effect on our relationship. That's emotional safety. I never go through my boyfriend, but sometimes I get curious. Yeah, curiosity's normal. My partner is emotionally immature. I feel like I've been pushing to help him for so long and tired. He says he'll change, but eventually ends up repeating the exact same behaviors, so dump him. Because it sounds like you're dealing with a pattern, and now you are staying for more of the same. How do you get your boyfriend to prioritize giving you words of affirmation? Nope. No, my love. That is not the right question. The right question is, how can I translate his love language to fill up my love bank? My husband is opposite of words of affirmation. Some people don't share the same love language. If you want somebody who shares your love language, get in a relationship with somebody who shares your love language. If you realize you're in a relationship with somebody who does not share your love language. You're going to try and fit a square peg in a round hole. Keep jamming, keep pushing. Who's going to get more frustrated? That's the game you're playing. Which one of us is going to get more frustrated first, right? So instead of doing that, since you now realize you are in a relationship with somebody where there is an incompatibility, now the question is, how can I become okay with that incompatibility? And so you will translate their love language. So do a quiz together so that you understand their love language. And when you feel like your love bank is low, you say, how have they expressed their love language to me recently? And fill yourself up with that. If your love language is words of affirmation, how else can you fulfill it? Your love language doesn't need to come from the person you're in a relationship with. You can go get it from other sources. I'm a words of affirmation person too. Y'all are my sources, right? You guys fill me up with words of affirmation. My husband does not. And that's okay, because you know what he does do? Lots of acts of service. Me and my boyfriend depend on each other for happiness. How can you learn to depend on yourself? How can you make yourself happy? Because here's the thing. If your boyfriend disappears into a black hole tomorrow, does that mean you will never be happy because you've never learned how to make yourself happy? So that's the toxic part of that, is that your emotional well-being is not in the palm of your own hand. This is why when I did that TikTok about my husband going out and having coffee with another woman, this is why at the end of it I said, I'm gonna be okay, because my emotional well-being is right here. It's not dependent on anybody else. If for some reason my husband tonight comes home and says, I've been doing some thinking, this relationship is over and I met someone else and I want to go live with her, I'll be like, okay, because I got my emotional well-being. I've got it. He doesn't have it. He's a contributor, but he doesn't have my emotional well-being. I have my emotional well-being. So that's where you want to get to, where other people can do whatever, other people can say whatever, but you have your emotional well-being right here. I got it. I got it. And when you got it, no one can take it away from you. So that's what's damaging about you two being each other's source of happiness. You can be a contributor. I am a daily contributor to my husband's happiness. I make an effort to be a daily contributor to his happiness. And I love doing that. But if I were to disappear one day, it doesn't mean that my husband would no longer be happy. He would go, okay, well, that sucks and that hurts, but I'm gonna be okay. That's what he would say. How can you learn to be more dependent on yourself or your well-being? Fantastic question. Super fantastic question. All of my books address that. Because what I teach you in all my books is self-love, self-soothing, emotional control, because you need that. These are tools. These are vital tools. You guys should have been molded with these tools by now, and it is an unfortunate deficit in our culture that you have not. And it's not your fault, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you what you haven't been taught yet. I'm filling in the gaps, my loves. I'm filling in gaps, you guys. And so where are you? Are you in a relationship? Grab fix that shit. Are you single? Grab no more assholes. Because that's exactly what I start off with, is teaching you how to elevate yourself and comfort yourself and soothe your own emotions and love yourself. I know what I'm going to be busy with now. Time to read books and take notes. I love you. Oh, thank you for that. I'm super proud of you for wanting to get on this journey. It is an amazing journey. It really is. And I love the people who have come so far. My books are on Amazon or anywhere you buy books online. Do I have any readers here right now? Do I have any of my readers here say, here I am? If you've read any of my books and you've been practicing what I preach, say, here I am. I always tell my boyfriend how great he is, and he says that makes him want to be better. King, love it. Love it, love it, Sparkle. Sparkle Queen, you're so welcome, love. You're so welcome. Here I am. All right. Okay, my loves. How are you feeling now? What has changed for you since you've been, look at you guys. I read on Kindle, I'm reading After the First Kiss. I started today. Look at all my Here I Am's reading Fix Session currently. Just ordered. I love it. I love it. Those of you who've been practicing, how are you feeling now? How are you feeling? Like, what's Giovanna? Hello, my love. Hello, my love. Here I end up reading it in your voice because I watch your lives. I love that. That's so amazing. So good. I hope I don't disappoint you with my audiobook. Why is it that after I break up with the relationship, the guy ends up falling in love and marrying? I don't know, my love. I don't know who you're dating. Getting custom made for my sister for Christmas. Meditation. That wasn't pretty. Meditation has been a lifesaver. Yes, yes, yes. Giovanna, thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. I found a woman's shirt in my boyfriend's room and he insists it's mine, but it's not. Uh-oh. That sounds gaslighty. That sounds gaslighty. Is it bad if my plugs get hot? I had to go practice using your book, began to meditate, allowed me to focus and work. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Not a reader, but I will look for your books. Just came across this live. Hello, welcome. Giovanna. I love this. After reading Fix Session, I get more words of affirmation from him. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Success. It's easy to not take his feelings personally. Yes. Detaching your emotional roller coaster from his ride, which means you don't ride his ups and downs, and instead you have yours smoothed out. You guys are awesome. How often do you go live? I cannot miss these. Ooh, I love your addiction. Not gonna lie, I love your addiction. So I don't have a schedule yet. I tend to be loosey-goosey with my lives. Guy letting his teenager call the shots. Ooh. When I meditate, I feel the negative energy leave my body. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So daddy's letting his teenager call the shots because what he's saying to himself is, I want her to know that I love her. And he's telling himself, I only have a few years to instill that. And then she's off into the world, right? And so that's why he's being so compliant with her, because he just wants to do everything he can to create that sense of security and love while he still can. So listen, I looked at my man buying his kids, a laptop, a new bike, but they weren't doing chores around the house, right? Like they weren't really, in like the way that I was raised, it was like you worked and you got an allowance kind of thing. And they didn't earn, right? They were just given what they wanted. And I didn't like that because that went against how I was raised and what I thought was the right way to do things, because that's what happened for me. And I asked him, I said, why do you do this? And he says, because I want them to know that I love them. Did they grow up to be terrors and little shits? No. So what I said to myself is, okay, I have this opinion about how kids should be raised, and he's raising them differently, but I don't have a crystal ball. I can't look in the future and say, by the way, you doing this today, absolutely 100% guarantees they will be that way tomorrow, because I saw the future. I can't see that. So what I said to myself is, we shall see. And it turns out they're okay. So yeah. So that's what you say to yourself. Look at how he raises her. When you feel your ego kick into gear, because your ego is like, no, that's not the way it needs to be done. You keep your mouth closed and you tell yourself, we will see. And tell yourself, listen, if she's like 26 and she's a terror, then you can say, baby, I hate to tell you so, but I could see this coming. Yeah. You can have your I told you so moment. But in the meantime, you don't have a crystal ball. So who knows? Never have TikTok on my phone during the work week, but I'm so glad I forgot to delete it this week. That's so cute. Is it okay to double text my boyfriend sometimes? That's your boyfriend. Sure, why not? Needed this. Thank you. Signing up and buying books now. Oh my God. Hello. Thank you. Love, 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 love. Focus on yourself. It's not wrong that you're going at all. Vacation is time for relaxation. Yes. And you guys are having some conversations that I'm not catching. I'm kind of reading into this because I haven't been seeing the whole story, but I see what you guys are saying right now. So, Brooke, if your boyfriend is making you trying to make you feel bad because you were going to do something that you enjoy, that's not the right person for you. You need to break up with the person who tries to make you feel bad for feeling good. It's not okay. It's quite toxic and rather controlling. And you need to draw a line and you need to tell them, what it is that you're going through that makes you vomit this behavior into the relationship. You need to fix. I will no longer allow you to vomit this in the relationship. You don't get to say this anymore. If you feel you want to say something like this, you find a functional way of dealing with that thought and that emotion, but you may not vomit it on me. And if you insist on vomiting on me one more time, this relationship is over, because I'm not here for that pattern. I will not be in a relationship that exhibits that pattern. And if that's a pattern you are unwilling to break, I am not staying in this relationship. We got some girl power going on here. Exactly. Got to set limits and boundaries 100%. 100%. When somebody refuses to control themselves, you need to let them know they don't have the choice. If you refuse to control yourself, I will not stay in this environment. What is your question? He's really making me the problem and won't believe otherwise, so it's hard to communicate with him. Then your communication is, if this is something you insist on holding on to, this relationship is done. Oh, look, guys, we got a troll. You say that like that bothers me. What advice do you have for a partner that won't go? Ooh. Ooh. So what you say to them is, when we get intimate together, it is a mutual exercise, and we need to be pleasuring each other. And this is something that I need in my intimate moments. And if that's something that you refuse to do, there is an incompatibility. And that is not an incompatibility that I wish to accept in my relationship. So if this is something that you don't want to learn to do because you care enough about my enjoyment, then this is not a relationship that I want to stay in. Yeah, she said won't, you guys. She said won't. I wouldn't stay with the won't. Right? Because that's just selfish. It's just selfish. Like, that is the one place where they can put some effort in. Do you know what I mean? That is the one place where they can put some effort in. And so the won't is I won't make the effort. And what that means is your pleasure doesn't matter. I refuse to make the effort because your pleasure doesn't matter. No. We need a little bit of work ethic here. We need some work ethic because you know what? I'm going to practice some work ethic on you. And if you don't want to practice work ethic on me, I'm just not going to go through the rest of my life being unsatisfied. Is it okay to get intimate every day? We have been for 2 years. I don't want him to get bored. It doesn't sound like he's bored. Doesn't sound like he's bored. It's all good, girl. If you guys are happy, it's all good. By the way, it's not boring. It's not boring. Not to them. It's totally not to them. No. Y'all are happy. It's all good. If he wanted to, he would. Absolutely. What's the difference between after the first kiss and fix that shit? So after the first kiss is how you lay the foundation with understanding. As you transition from the courtship phase into the reality phase, you need to understand that the courtship phase doesn't last forever. And so there is a transition. Reality phase is different from courtship phase. In the reality phase, like in the courtship phase, my husband would come home from work at 9:30 at night. The reality is he would come home from work at 11:30 at night. So you need to be okay with the transition into reality. The reality is he would get a phone call from his text at 4:30 in the morning saying, come deal with your kids because they're bouncing off the wall. The reality is, when they go to hockey games, they would go in the same car. So there's a lot of things that you need to adjust to after the courtship phase. And so I get you transitioning into the reality phase. Fix that shit is the baggage you're bringing into the relationship. Your past emotional baggage from your family, your past relationships, all those little pains that you are vomiting into your relationship and are causing fights. You need to unpack that. You need to work through your feelings. You need to come through all of that to a better place. And you need to understand that your partner is also going to need to unpack their baggage as well. So give them the space to unpack their own. So that's the difference between those two books. One is coming into your relationship and understanding how to deal with his ex, how to deal with work, how to deal with the friends, how to deal with the dog, how to deal with the hobbies, how to deal with the in-laws. And this one is how to deal with the baggage. I keep pushing him away and being mean when I'm insecure or freaking out. I don't know how to. The No More Insecurity course is going to teach you how to stop doing that. Or you could also do a deep dive into Fix That Shit and follow it. Do what is in Fix That Shit. It helped you calm down. Good. Love that. What does it mean when a couple never fights? It means you don't have anything to fight about. It means you're not vomiting your ego on each other. Boyfriend wants to have a hotel party with his homeboys and invite hella girls, but not me? Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? That's interesting. See, my husband would have boys' night that I wasn't invited to, but it was his male friends from high school. Boys' night. And they did go to strip clubs, but it's boys' night. It's not like we're inviting other girls to party with us. It's the boys got together and went to a concert in a limo. The boys got together and stopped over at the strip club after the concert. the boys got together and had a house party at his house and drank all night. So that's boys' night. But I'm going to have a party and I'm going to invite a bunch of girls and we're all going to drink together and you're not invited. That's not your boyfriend. That's not your boyfriend. I feel like I shouldn't care, but is that just my insecurities? That's not your boyfriend. Right? We got a bunch of new people. Should I ask who wants to know how to get a notification when I go live? Who wants to know how to get a notification when I go live? How many newbies? How many people are here for like the first time going, ooh, I like this? Say me. Me. I'm in the talking stage, was going well till he said he loved hot women. I completely lost interest. Maybe he was giving you a compliment though. Oh, look at all the memes. I do. Okay. I love you guys. I love you. I'm here for you. Okay. All right, let's do this. Oh my goodness. Look at you all. Hello, loves. Okay, so here's my picture. Press my picture until you see a pop-up. I'm a newbie now. I'm addicted. Oh, I love you guys. Love it. Press my picture until you see a pop-up. And then there's a bell. Press on the bell. And then you'll get a notification when I go live. If you have push notifications, it'll be pushed through. And if you're on TikTok, you'll get like a drop-down notification. I've been here for a while and your advice led me to a great man. I love you. Love you. Ooh, I live for this stuff. These are my words of affirmation, you guys. What are your thoughts on boyfriend going to strip clubs? Totally fine. I just got your book. I read the first 15 chapters because I was so excited. I love that. What do you think? What do you think, my love? What do you think? Tell him go for it. Pack your shit while he's at the party. That's cute. I'm not opposed to that. So how it was being in an open marriage. So there's a difference between being in an open marriage because that's who you are and being in an open relationship because you're trying to fix a problem. We did it to try and fix a problem and it didn't fix the problem. The problem was a lack of intimacy, and we thought maybe if we took our intimacy elsewhere, we would stay together as a couple because the intimacy in our relationship was dissatisfactory, and it didn't work out that way. So could I have an open relationship with my husband? I would not want to share him with another woman. I don't want to share my husband with another woman. That's mine. That's mine. I like what he does to me, and I don't want to share that. So yeah, but some people do open relationships and it's fantastic for them. They love that. Their intimate relationship is amazing and they just have so much more to give. That's why they open themselves up to other people. And I absolutely have zero problem with that. Ooh, I love it. I read it around my boyfriend so I can tell him things that speak to me and he loves it. Oh, so amazing. So I gotta say with Fix That Shit, some women use it as a, open relationship to fix a problem is a slow end to the relationship. I gotta say, it probably sped up the end, which was a good thing. Because it did need to end. But if this hadn't happened, then the end would have taken longer. And so it wasn't a slow end. It accelerated the end, and that's good. It needed to. So yes, about Fix That Shit. So some women buy it and they like hide it away and they use it as a secret weapon, like, because there's a lot of ninja mind tricks in there. And some women, they'll read it and they'll go to their partners and they'll be like, is this true? Because I do kind of blow your mind in there about men. And their partners will be like, yeah, I've been saying this. But because of the way I say it, because I speak two languages. I speak woman and I speak man. And so because I speak woman, I'm able to explain stuff to women in a way that really helps them understand things that men have been trying to communicate, but they just don't know how to speak woman. I love you so much. You're so gentle. Thank you for doing what you do. Yes. I love you back. Guys, do you think I hit 400,000 yet? Oh, maybe. Oh, shit, I did. Look at that. Where's the streamers? Where's my balloon? Oh, that was actually exciting. Damn. Okay. Okay. I think I like it. Let's check. I see it. Yeah. That was exciting. I did. You guys are celebrating with me. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you for you page, right? You're my favorite TikToker. I love you. Thank you for that. How do I stop myself from saying everything that pops into my mind? Sometimes I'm so mean to my hubs. Yes. So grab fix that shit. This is the lifeline, my love. This is the lifeline. This is literally the lifeline. The quickie answer is two things, but you need to get into the process. There's a reason why you're vomiting. There's a lot of pent up negative emotions. You need to get those emotions out to get yourself to a calm place where you no longer feel the impulse to say those things. But leading up to that point, there's two things you need to practice: meditation and impulse control. There's a lot of things you need to practice. Seriously, meditation, impulse control, keeping your lips shut until you have the conversation in your head, thinking about what you're going to say before you say it. Is it negative or is it positive? If it's a problem, you don't say it until you have a solution, which, by the way, is you enacting, not them enacting. Grab fix that shit, love. Please grab fix that shit. You're amazing. I can't thank you enough for everything you do. It is my pleasure. It's the meditation is the key. I got my grasshoppers on here speaking up right now. Meditation is absolutely the key, my love. It really is. It really is. It makes everything so easy. So easy. How do I gain my boyfriend's trust back? Only through consistency of behavior, right? So you need to do the right behaviors and then stay consistent. Giovanna, gaslighting? What you talking about? What is this conversation? My sister's boyfriend leaves eggplants. Oh, on other girls' pics. What's your opinion? That's my opinion. Did you see that? What's your opinion? That's my opinion. Did you see that? That's my opinion. What the fuck? You've talked about your sister's boyfriend, and she's just choosing to stay with such a terrible person. Yes, you can ask for advice. Strengths the amygdala. Hell yes. Absolutely. Yeah, so wrong, so wrong, so wrong. That is gaslighting, absolutely 100%. So not good. No, he got to go. He got to go. Is she not on TikTok? Is she not following me? Does she not watch my TikToks? What is going on? No, the eggplants, no. What book do you have for finding who you are? If you want to find your purpose, custom made, an eggplant. My ex broke up with me randomly. He said he made the decision he thinks he needs to make. What does it mean? It means that he's done some thinking, and he asked himself, what would make me feel better, staying in this relationship or not being in this relationship? And the answer to that is not being in this relationship, and that's why he broke up with you. And coming back from Amazon, just bought your book, Fix That Shit. That's so awesome. Thank you. Oh my God, just purchased Fix That Shit. Looking forward to it. You guys, I love you. I love you. For those of you who have read my books, and guys, my newbies, when you're done reading my books, please go leave a review on Amazon. I would love, love, love to go see a review. My love language is words of affirmation. If you want to love me back, go leave a review It is everything to me, absolutely everything to me. And I go look for them every single day. Still married after 8 years of separation? Ooh, go get that fixed. Go get that fixed. I dislike she stays in the relationship, but she says she working on leaving him and she will know the right time. Okay. She's thinking about it, and that's the start. That's the beginning. So that's good. It's, you know, she's already in the process, right? It starts with thinking. I didn't get your book from Amazon. I downloaded it from Apple Books. Awesome. Super awesome. You can leave a review on Apple Books too. There are some reviews up there. And you don't, you know, like you can write something if you want to write like how it helped, like what it changed, right? If you want to write that, amazing. But if you just want to go how it helped, like what it changed, right? If you want to write that, amazing. But if you just want to go slap some stars, go how it helped, like what it changed, right? If you want to write that, amazing. But if you just want to go slap some stars, go slap some stars. That makes me happy too. It makes me happy. How could I get over my friends with benefits? Grab no more assholes. Chantal, can someone's love language be teasing you? Joking a lot? No. Because it's not words of affirmation, right? Teasing is like kind of like, is it putting down? Is it like, ooh, it's just a joke, me tearing you apart, right? So can you go on live and do meditation sessions? That's an interesting idea. Thank you for planting that seed. I did once, you guys. I did once. Go make me blush. I did that one time. Yeah, I did that one time. How many people watched me meditate? How many people saw that when I did the meditation? I did 1 hour. I put the 1 hour love frequency on, and I just meditated for 1 hour live on TikTok. How do you feel about your boyfriend confiding in other women friends, classmates about a relationship? First of all, we do need to talk to other people about our relationships. Second of all, it's best that they don't do it with friends or with family. It's best that they don't do it with family, because friends will forgive you when your partner does. Family will hold on to a grudge. We need to get perspective from other people. I have male friends who will come to me to talk about their problems in their relationship, and I help them get a different perspective and calm their shit so they don't vomit on their girlfriends. So a woman can give a man a woman's perspective. Ooh, you said that? That's not good. So if they're giving your partner perspective and your partner comes back a better person, appreciate those people. I would love to do that. I like watching lives before I go to sleep, and I think that would be amazing. All right. What do you do for the whole hour? The whole hour for what? You asked earlier what I love about Fake Session. Thank you for reposting. I love the fact that you become what you want. So proud of you. Look at you grow. Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys like just so much. This is so good. I said to my husband, do you know what I love about what I do? And he goes, what? I said, it's so easy. It's so easy because you guys are just so easy to love. You really are. Absolutely are. I'd love to do that. I love watching lives. Yes, go to sleep thinking. I think that would be amazing. Okay. Does no contact help both people? It can sometimes. I was there. Good. Hello, Sona. Love the meditation idea. Look at you guys. How do you communicate what your love language is to your partner? Do the love language quiz. So you go to Google. Go to Google, type 5 love language quiz, click on images. You will see there's a 30-question quiz. Print 2 copies, do it at the same time, exchange your results. Boyfriend is having a tough time managing new jobs, school, having time for me, no feelings lost, thoughts. So grab Fix That Shit, because you need to understand how his brain functions. This will give you empathy and understanding, which he needs. With understanding comes compassion. So you will have compassion for his ups and downs, for the stress he's taking on, for the times when he retreats. You will understand the retreating because you will understand the male brain. You need to understand the male brain. They don't have the same brain. Baby girl, look at our outsides. Different, right? So's the inside. We are not made the same. We are similar-ish, but not identical. We are puzzle pieces. We are different from each other. We're meant to fit together with our differences so that we make a better whole. We are not identical. See how identical doesn't make you bigger? A puzzle piece makes you bigger and stronger. That's why we are so different. So grab fix that shit so that you can understand those differences and they don't make you anxious, making you patient and understanding and calm, which creates emotional safety. So he's having a tough time. You are creating emotional security, which means he will love you more. He will love you better. He will love you stronger. He will love you longer, because no one's going to compare to you. You know why? Because no one else is like you. No one is as amazing as you. No one is as understanding as you are. No one is as loving as you are. And love is a verb, by the way. Make no mistake, you guys. Love is not just an emotion. Yes, it's that warm, fuzzy feeling, but love is also what you do to help your partner be happy. That is what love is. That's what love actually is. It's what you do to help your partner. Three P's. What is Custom Made about? Custom Made is a book that helps you find your purpose, what you are on this planet to do. Is it bad if someone's only way of coping is to smoke? So I'm assuming you mean the WEED. No, it's not. Last chapter in Fix That Shit. Yes, indeed. Are the books for females only? Men read my books and love them. They're educational in many ways. So I speak woman. This is why women like my books, because I'm speaking their language and I understand them, because, I'm one of them. Men who read my books now understand how women think. They also gain the same tools that I'm teaching women on how to manage their own emotions and behaviors. I love your advice. Thank you, my love. Yes, somebody said no, they're for everybody. Hatter, are you a male or a female, my love? I'm curious. You're so welcome. Is there a way to save your live so that we can rewatch it for certain answers you give? So on my YouTube channel, I have saved some of my lives. So you are welcome to go to my YouTube channel and go watch them. Started talking to this guy online. I haven't gone on a first date yet. Female. Love it. Love it. Love it. Hello, my love. He's already calling me babe. You know what babe is? Babe is it's a peeing on somebody, right? Like I'm peeing on you. You're my territory and I'm marking it by giving you a pet name. So he's peeing on you. So I like you haven't even, he hasn't even taken you out and he's peeing on you. So he's going to show jealousy if you talk to someone else, like possessiveness. This is the kind of person who's probably going to be toxic. He's already crossing a boundary, which is claiming you before even showing up for you. So I say this one is definitely showing a red flag right now. This is disrespectful. It is disrespectful to try and claim somebody before you've even put in any effort. Totally disrespectful. I would definitely mark this as a red flag. Yeah, red flag. Sweetheart, same thing, my love. Same thing. You don't get to claim me until you've shown me that you are somebody with integrity, with character, and I'm like liking you. Why didn't I know of you 10 years ago? He is still married after 8 years. I've been with him for 4 years. Am I wrong for breaking apart? Nope, not at all. Not at all. Recent breakup. He disrespected me, so I confront lies, but now he's ignoring me. I don't understand. You should be ignoring him. What are you talking about? You should be ignoring him, my love. I love you back. You guys are awesome. Please put this live up on your YouTube. I love all your advice. Okay, ask and you shall receive. I will. I will. He doesn't want to realize his mistakes. He's no man. He doesn't take responsibility. Boom! Spoken like a grasshopper. I love it. He won't answer any calls. Then he is no longer in a relationship with you. He has been dumped, my love. Dump the motherfucker. He's not answering any calls. Then, okay. Like, everything is a verb, right? Husband is a verb. Boyfriend is a verb. If they are not practicing the title, they do not have the title. If they do not have the title, they do not get title benefits. So dump the motherfucker. And if he's like, hey babe, how you doing? By the way, how long has he not been answering calls for? I guess that's an important question here. And that's an important question. How long has he not been answering calls for? Why do I look like the mom from Life with Derek? I think I look like the mom from Life with Derek so that you guys can like relate to me more. Who here likes the mom from Life with Derek? Who likes the mom? What was she like? Everybody says this and I'm like super curious now. 2 weeks he blames me for everything. Dump the motherfucker. Dump him. You are no longer chasing after somebody. You are no longer chasing after that. That doesn't deserve you. Grab no more assholes. You need no more assholes, my love. You need no more assholes. The fact that you chased after that for 2 weeks tells me you absolutely need no more assholes. I loved her. All right, she was great. Yeah, don't let a boy drag you down. I loved her. Awesome. All right. So the reason why I believe in custom made. I truly believe in custom made. And I just love these live sessions. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're so welcome. So custom made means you are put here to fulfill a purpose, right? We are all custom made, and I am absolutely custom made to help you guys because the way my mind works, right? Y'all hear me say that, blow your mind all the time. That's because of the way my brain works. So I'm designed to perceive things in a certain way. My curiosity is driven down a certain route. My voice sounds very appealing to you. The way I look on the outside makes you want to watch me. And so I'm designed to do what I'm doing and to deliver. And y'all are loving it, right? Which I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place doing the right thing because it is being received. Now, apparently I look like a character from a show that you guys love and appreciate. And I'm the mom character. And so many of you come and say, you look so much like her. And y'all are saying she's nice, you like her. So it clicks, right? Like, it's just here I am, and it's clicking in your brain, and you're like, yes, want to listen, want to interact with this person. So this is another one of my designs. I have been designed to look like somebody that you already relate to I'm your mom. Right? Like, here I am to help you guys, to guide you on this relationship journey. That's all. The mom is pretty. Ah, super sweet. I'm not, but it includes the content that you need to hear. You need comeback queen. Love it. You need to come back queen. Thank God for you. Yes, guys, I have been through it. I've been through it. Thank God for you. Yes, guys, I have been through it. I've been through it. I'm gonna get you guys through it so much faster. So, I have been through it. I've been through it. I'm gonna get you guys through it so much faster. Much faster. You don't have to struggle as long as I did. That's the key. You don't have to struggle as long as I did. How long should you stay in an unhappy marriage even if you have kids? If your kids are suffering because you two are unhappy together, get out ASAP. Don't let your kids suffer. Fix That Shit is going to be an audiobook soon. Like really soon. Actually, I'm anticipating my assistant reaching out at any point now and letting me know that she's almost done. So when she's done, I get to launch it. It's going to be on my website. It's not going to be on Audible, but there are apps that you can download onto your phone, whatever you have, if it's Android or iOS. There is an app that you can download on your phone, and you can load my ebook onto that app, and and it'll bookmark it when you stop it, and when you start it up again, it'll rewind a little bit to catch you up to where you left off and then start playing again. So you guys are going to be going to my website to buy my audiobook, and it's going to be Fix That Shit that's going to come out first. Your book helped me go through that, but it's constantly making me cry. Good cries, good releasing cries, right? Yes, Cassia. Love your lives. Hope everyone here knows that word. Knows their worth. Yes, things get better with the right person. Yes, they do. I'll wait for the audiobook. Sure, absolutely. I know a lot of you are. Do sign up for my general mailing list, by the way. Just to be sure that you get notified when I do release my audiobook. Hoover Dam. No more Hoover Dam. Yes, yeah. Let it go. So how to access my general mailing list? Go to my bio, click on the link tree. There's a button that says freebies. That's going to take you to my general mailing list. Enter your email address. You're going to get a bunch of free stuff from me. But also, most importantly, when I release Fix That Shit, you will get a notification. Do you think relationships can be really serious at age 17? Sure, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Mailing list is, I will send you guys, like I sent you updates like, hey, I released this on YouTube. Hey, here's this blog post I think would be interesting. Hey, here's a new podcast I just put out. So I let you know what's new, what's coming, what's exciting. Here's something you can read. Here's something you can watch. Here's something you can listen to. My old friends with benefits call me pet names. Is that emotional manipulation? It just because you're not in a committed relationship doesn't mean you don't feel fondness for each other, and maybe that's why he used pet names, because it was given the level of fondness he had for you, it felt more comfortable saying that than your name. When is it okay to stop fighting for relationships? We both are exhausted. By the way, love Fix That Shit. When you feel indifferent. When you feel indifferent towards each other, that's when it's time to go, okay, the love is gone. Guys, I hit 400,000. I'm excited. Oh, everybody, do go to Instagram and go join my Instagram page. So it is Canada's Dating Coach. There it is right there. I do a giveaway every month on Instagram. I give away an hour of coaching every month. And plus, every day there's a new post that comes up, and they're really cute. I don't want feelings for him anymore. How can I get over him in a healthy way? Thank you, guys. Who is contacting me? Thank you, my loves. Thank you. How to get over somebody is come back queen. That's that process. Ooh. Okay. Oh, you're super sweet. Miranda, got your email. I just skimmed it for now, but I will be doing a deeper dive into that. Is this... Oh, I gotta check something. So, I'm looking at this Monique. Oh, I see why. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I just need to look at my stuff and understand something. So what's the difference between indifference and reality phase or out of the honeymoon phase? Indifference is literally, I just don't have any feelings for you. The reality phase is actually you have so many feelings for somebody that it can throw you into an insecurity phase. So this is why after the first kiss is important, because when you leave the courtship phase, you realize you are emotionally invested in somebody, and that kicks in fear of loss, which we call jealousy and insecurity. And so after the first kiss can help guide you through the insecurity phase in the early stages. If you stay in the insecurity phase too long, then it becomes very toxic, and now you need a deeper dive to get yourself through it. So that's the difference between indifference and the reality phase. The reality phase is a lot of emotional attachment. The indifference phase is there is zero. It's done. I'm finished. I just, listen, if I never saw you again, it wouldn't matter. Like, that's indifference. Can you make someone fall in love with you again after you emotionally tire them out? Yes, you can. Because my husband did. I really was done. Done. Was super done. I just did not care to ever be with my husband again. And the motherfucker won me back. So here we are. He is still my muse. He is my muse. I love him. I love him so much. Who has seen my husband come live with me? Who has seen my husband? Thank you, my love. You're super sweet. You guys. Stop it. Love. You're super sweet. You guys. Stop it. You're welcome. Love. You're super sweet. You guys. Stop it. You're welcome. How to stop thinking about my partner's last relationship. That's the No More Insecurity course. That is very much the No More Insecurity course. Me. What do you guys think of my husband? What do you guys think? What do you guys think of my husband? How would you describe my husband? Yes, I know. You can catch him on a few of the lives that I have up on my YouTube channel. Can he go live with you soon? I'll tell him you asked. We've been together for 15 years. We're going to have our 9th wedding anniversary in January. He's very handsome. Oh. You guys always see him with a mask. I've not seen your hubby. Excited for a live with him on. Yes. I am well. Who says Tony? Yes, I am. Hello from Colombia. He seems steady, very rock steady. He used the break card to talk to other women. Does that mean he seeks validation and he's insecure potentially? Why are men only romantic when they're desperate? That's an interesting question. That is an interesting question. I saw him before COVID. Why are men only romantic when they're desperate? Because they go back into a courtship phase. And a courtship phase, is increased everything, right? And so it's you sleep less, but you're not tired because your chemicals get hyperactive. And so it just kind of hyper focuses them on you. When you are in a courtship phase, you don't PMS. Like I said, you sleep less, but you're not tired. So you are different. You're a different person, and so is he. But you don't notice how you're different. You're noticing how he's different. I've not listened to the podcast Call Her Daddy. I will be honest, I've had a few people point out the podcast, and I've listened to 10 minutes, including the intro, and that was it. Is just not that interesting to me. And to be honest, for the past 5 years, I have not that interesting to me. And for the past 5 years, I have not looked at anyone else's work, um, because I'm A, very focused on my own. B, I don't want to vomit other people's stuff. And so if I focus on other people's work, I will be regurgitating what they say. I want to do me. I want to do me. I want to put me out there. So I recently subscribed to your podcast. How often do you post on there? It depends. I got to get some more interviews going, actually. You reminded me. So it kind of depends. I am up and down. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not super consistent because I just do so much. There's a lot of things that I'm still building on my platform. Getting ebooks done, getting courses done. So there's, like, I keep saying I'm just getting started, and that's why, like, I'm kind of inconsistent. Had your own? Yes, I do have my own podcast. I have my own podcast, my own YouTube channel, my own website, and I've been building. Like, I started this in 2015. In 2015, I have a website that if you type into Google, what is some of the questions that I have? How will I know if he's ready for a relationship? Guess who's number one in Google? He says he's not ready for a relationship, but he's perfect. Guess who's number one in Google? So there's a bunch of questions where I'm like top ranking in Google because of my website. I've built my YouTube channel with like a bunch of videos on there. I have a podcast with over 80 podcast episodes on there. I've got a lot of stuff for you guys to go catch up on. So don't worry, go catch up on the stuff that I've already created, and by the time you're done, I will be making more stuff. And over 2,200 TikToks. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on. But yeah, like new stuff all the time. I've, like, the past month, I probably put up like 4 new podcast episodes. I'm getting some TikTok people to come do podcasts with me, which is really fun. I got Dr. G. I like him. I'm so happy you're here. Got Dr. G. I've got Phil Eagle. He's come and done 3 episodes with me. You guys can go watch that on YouTube because I did that on Zoom. And also the Dr. G one I posted on YouTube as well. So some of them are both videos and podcast episodes. But yeah, I got lots of really neat stuff for you guys to go watch or listen to, whatever your choice is. Whatever your choice is. Whatever you like. I got some goodness for you. Why does he seek validation and go out of his way to talk to other girls? So here's the thing. It doesn't matter. That's not the most important question. The most important question is, why are you in, like, I'm thinking about a friend of mine. I'm thinking about my friend Sheldon. So Sheldon is like flirty, right? So Sheldon is flirty, and Taylor is okay with Sheldon being flirty. If you are not okay with that, then you don't want to be in that relationship, because that's who they are. That's how they are. So do think about what's important to you. And if that's not something you want in your relationship, then you may need to be with a different partner. My husband is the opposite of what you just described. He does not go out of his way to talk to people. He's not picking up new female friends everywhere he goes. And I like that. So he's perfect for me. So if you guys want to find my podcast or my YouTube channel, go to my bio and click on the link tree, and you're going to find the links to that in the link tree. I hate pickup lines. How do I start a conversation when she's expecting a snappy one-liner? I don't like pickup lines. Girls don't like pickup lines. Here's the thing. In order to get a girl engaged, you make her laugh. So don't do a pickup line. Don't try to flatter her, because that's what guys try to do. Or pickup artists, they'll come up and they try to emotionally manipulate. So one of the ways that they, like a pickup artist, will try to get a girl is they'll try to unbalance her, right? So you know how, like, if I give you like a little bit of a shove, it's going to unbalance you. What are you going to do? You're going to reach out and grab, right? So that's what a pickup artist does. He'll be like, oh, you look fine tonight. I mean, I would have picked different shoes, but you look good, baby girl, right? It's like, what the fuck? So what you do is you make her laugh. Say something funny. I don't have a funny one-liner for you to say. Be original, be different. Here's another way to kind of get a girl's attention. Go up to her and say, I'm not trying to pick you up. I really just want to come over and say, you look really beautiful tonight. And then walk away. We love that. We love that, because you didn't come up to us and demand anything. You came up and you dropped. And let me tell you, there are guys who've come up and done that, and I've looked for them after, because I was like, damn, that was brilliant. You left me with a good feeling. So make them laugh to start the conversation, or leave them with a good feeling and then come back to them later. And I mean like hours later, because they'll still be thinking about you. Thank you for the advice you offer. Yay. Why not couples therapy? Oh, I feel like I'm in the courtship phase with my ex. We're on a break. Is that bad? No. You're so welcome. Hours later, be past my bedtime. Cute. My favorite author. Thank you. I always get your video when I'm down. Yay. The universe aligns. The universe aligns. He doesn't want couples therapy, but I have been needing my own. He won't join. This is why I'm perfect for this situation. I don't need both people to help make a relationship better. I actually don't need both people. If just one person shows up for a couples session, I can help the relationship. I just need one person who's willing to do the work. That's it. Made you smile. I always want to be in control. How do I learn to be more secure? I would say, so like, it really helps to think about everything before you do anything, right? So ask yourself, is this that thing that I want to change before you're about to do something? Double guess everything. And go, okay, wait a second. Am I being controlling right now? Or am I securely looking after my own needs? So yeah, do that. Just be conscious of what you're about to do before you do it. It really helps. Our marriage has basically become insured. Trying to change that. How do I get started with you? So go to my bio, click on the link tree, click on the one-on-one button. And then it takes you to a page where it talks about my coaching and gives you instructions on how to start with coaching. I was feeling sad, but you're the first one to pop up on my TikTok, and I already feel hopeful. Oh, I love that. The universe. When did you realize your husband was the one? Ooh, good question. Man, it was like a lot of little things just popping into place. Honestly, guys, my wedding day was like a leap of faith. But the universe kept saying it could be so good if only you could clear the static. And that was like a big sign for me. You are so welcome. Super big sign for me is just the universe repetitively saying it could be so good if only you could clear the static. So that, I think, is the biggest sign, is the universe actually telling me. That's why I believe in soulmates. because the universe was literally telling me what this relationship would be if only I could clear the static. Does your husband still give you butterflies? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah. Yeah, I love him. Like, I love him. I do. I love him so much. He's my man, you know, like to this day, to this very day, I look at him and I go, that's my man. Like, he's my man. Like, I love I love the shape of him. I love the sound of his voice. I love the way he touches. I love the way his hands look. I even like how his feet look. Like, there is not a part of him that I don't like. The man is going bald. I love it. Like, it's insane. It's insane. I am just so into this human being. I'm so into this human being. And there have been moments where I have hated him. There absolutely have been. I remember and there are moments I've hated him for still being attracted to him because I hated him. I particularly remember this one moment, like just all this fighting, and I was just so resentful. And you know, like for me, a big thing is when he takes his shirt off. Like, still 15 fucking years later, the man takes his shirt. I'm like, baby, you make sure you do that in front of me. So we were in my bedroom, we were going to bed, and he took his shirt off, and I looked away because I just didn't want to feel that attraction for him because I was so mad at him. And then there was when we broke up that last time, I became indifferent. He was trying to do makeup sex with me. Like, he was trying to win me back with sex. The man was trying to win me back with sex. And he said, it's not fair. You didn't tell me that our last time was the last time. I need a last time. Fucker. So I was like, fine. Okay. And so he made love to me, and I was indifferent. I was so indifferent to him. And it's not like I said, so I didn't say that. You're so cute. I was indifferent to him, but I didn't tell him because I didn't want to like hurt him, right? I thought fair enough, right? When he said that, I was like, fair enough. So, right, we'll have one last time. And I was completely indifferent. And then when he was trying to call me, trying to text me, trying to win me back, and I was like, no. He's like, didn't you feel anything the last time we were together? And I told him the truth. No, because I didn't. So I've been in love with him. I've been out of love with him. I am now back in love with him. But yeah. I love how much I love my husband. Fix That Shit has helped intensify my love for him. Yes, you guys. Let me read this again. Avocado. Hello, my love, my grasshopper. I love how much I love my husband. Fix That Shit has helped intensify my love for him. Yes, indeed. If you are with a generous long-term thinker who loves you, when you practice what is in Fix That Shit, the magic, Avocado knows. Avocado been feeling the magic. Yes, I love it. I love it. What do you do when your husband uses your vulnerability and turn it into a joke? That's not fair. I would, if it hurts your feelings, show the hurt, right? Don't default to anger. Anger is a byproduct of hurt. Show the hurt. So when he hurts your feelings, I want you to show the hurt, and say, that's not fair. Let your voice express it. Let your face express it. Let your body express it. That's not fair. Show the hurt. Let him know it hurts you. Don't default to anger. Show the hurt. What author or book has most inspired your writing? That's a fantastic question. I definitely have an answer to that. I'm looking at my bookshelf. No, I put all my books away. So Harriet Lerner is what is she? Is she a psychologist, a psychiatrist? You guys, what's with all these names? Harriet Lerner. Lerner. So she wrote the Dance of Anger. I read her books. And so Harriet Lerner is a clinical psychologist. I read her book Dance of Anger, and I read all her other books. And what I love about her writing style, what I loved then, and I don't know if I knew I was going to be a writer. Maybe I already knew I had a book in me when I read her books. I don't remember. I think I did. I seem to remember that, because when you're an author, it starts with a seed, and it gestates inside of you, and it's the idea, it's the notion, it's the thought, it's the seed. I have a book inside of me. I don't know what it is yet, but I have a book inside of me. And so when I was reading her books, what I loved about her writing style is she is human in her books. She doesn't write it from a clinical perspective. She writes it from an experience perspective. This is what I see in my clients. And you know what? I made this mistake too. And this is how I made that mistake. This is how I fixed that mistake. This is how I help my clients fix that mistake. My writing style is Harriet Lerner through and through. And I'm so happy that I read her books, because it gave me the courage and the influence to be 100% myself in my books. She doesn't swear. I swear because I swear. So I do swear in my books because I swear, except Dating 101, which I want to see in every high school. I don't swear in that book. So Harriet Lerner, Harriet, Lerner, Lerner, this woman. I want to write her fan mail. I want to say, you are the reason I am me. She's awesome. Awesome. This is how you fix that shit. Yes, indeed. Yeah, she definitely helped me. I gotta say, guys, nothing helped me more than meditating, because what I tapped into was universal knowledge. I started downloading information, and I started hearing a voice in my head that was like, and I mean, I've always heard, capital T, capital V, the voice, right? But then it started giving me relationship advice, like really good relationship advice, because I was meditating. I've learned nuggets here and there, but nothing told me more than the universe did. I gotta tell you, nothing taught me more than the universe has. After the 3-month mark, when can you start inviting to your house? Yeah, the 3-month anniversary. So the anniversary, like 3 months, what made you so done with your husband? Yeah, a lot of hurt and frustration and ego, pain, both of us vomiting on each other, him having one foot out the door for so long while I was like fully into this relationship. Fix That Shit can definitely help for long distance. So when it comes to the first kiss, no kissing for 3 months, right? And you date that 3 months from the day of your first date, that seals a deal on a committed relationship. Game on. Game on. Game on. I had a client who did the whole 3 months. They went back to where they had their first date to go share their first kiss, and then went back to her place and didn't leave for a week, if you know what I'm saying. So, game on. You're a breath of fresh air. You're so welcome. Or do all of them? All of what? All of what? Does Fix That Shit apply to long distance? What? My loves, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go because it is late. I want to have my snack. When you hear the universe talking to you, do you hear it in your voice or a different voice? It has its own voice. It's not my voice. It has its own voice. Does finding a relationship boring mean you're used to toxic relationships? It means that you were looking to your relationship for entertainment rather than entertaining yourself with your purpose. That's what that means. If he's blunt and about being honest but not coming off as rude, can it work? Yes, of course. Everything is possible. Have a great week. When do you come on lives? I don't have a schedule yet. I'm loosey-goosey with my lives. Loosey-goosey, so at any given time. So here's how you can get a notification when I go live. Click my picture, touch it until you see a pop-up, and then there's a bell on the bottom. Click on the bell, and then you'll get a notification the next time I come on live. If you do that, say I just did it. Those of you who have read my books or love my TikToks, please go leave a review. If you want to love me back, if you really appreciate what I do and you're like, oh, I want to do something back for her. Bye, my loves. If you want to love me back, then go to Amazon if you've read a book and go leave reviews or go slap some stars up on there. If you love my TikToks or my lives, go to Google reviews. I go look for that shit every day, guys. Go to Google reviews, go to Google, type Canada's dating coach, and leave a review for me. I'm Canada's dating coach. You can see it in my name. See it in my name? Go write it like that in Google reviews all together, and it'll take you to where you can leave a review on Google. I love that shit, you guys. I eat that shit up, like big time. I love you. So much love for my babies. And I got some freebies to give you too, by the way. So go to my bio, click on the link tree. There's a button that says freebies. This is for my general mailing list. Add your email. I'm going to send you a ton of free stuff. And then you're also going to get updates on my YouTube posts, my blog posts, some articles. Like I'll send you articles every now and then for my website. And also let you know when I'm releasing stuff like my book on, like when I release my audiobook. Or freebies, let you know there's some freebies going on Instagram. Go join my Instagram page. I give away an hour of coaching a month on Instagram. So excited to read your books. Yes. Also in the link tree in my bio, there's a quiz. Which book is right for you quiz. Take the quiz if you don't know where to start with my books. I have 8. That's super fun. Super fun to do. There is also a link to my podcast and my YouTube channel in the link tree in my bio. I have a merch store. If you guys want like a journal that is currently fixing that shit, go get one. Or a t-shirt. I have a t-shirt. It's so cute, you guys. It's my bestseller. And it's like positive affirmations, but they're mirrored so that when you look in the mirror, you're reading your positive affirmations, which is super cute. You guys really love that t-shirt. Also, my No More Insecurity course. If you are interested in overcoming insecurity, overthinking, jealousy, fear, think about signing up. Add your name to the wait list for my No More Insecurity course because I will be releasing it again soon. Gonna have a limited class size, so there's gonna be a launch date so that I'm giving you guys an opportunity for first come, first serve to get into this course. Done. Just signed up for the freebies. That's so good. Man, I can use your help. I'm ready to grow. If you guys want to do a one-on-one coaching session, there is a button for that in the link tree in my bio. It's the one-on-one button. There, it takes you to a page. There's instructions on how you can book your one-on-one coaching session. I make everything easy, you guys. Like that's my motto is I make it easy. Do hit that follow button.